Dear students, in this video we are going to discuss about motion of a charged particle in a uniform magnetic field. Suppose you have a region of magnetic field over somewhere and all of a sudden a charged particle happens to enter in that region. So what will happen to that charged particle? How will its trajectory be changed? That's what we are going to analyze now. Suppose this yellow region that I have depicted, this is a region of magnetic field, and this is the system of Cartesian coordinates, x-axis, y-axis and z-axis. All of a sudden a charged particle comes and it enters in the magnetic field by making an angle theta with that magnetic field. So if the charged particle's velocity is directed along here and it is making an angle theta with the direction of b vector. Now you know by the knowledge of vectors that you can actually resolve the vectors into two components. In the direction of theta the component is v cos theta, क्योंकि अगर आप ट्राइंगल को कंप्लीट करोगे तो बेस के साथ रिलेशन होगा v cos theta and this will be the perpendicular, so v sin theta. So what you have done, the particle entered in the region of magnetic field with the velocity v vector, and you have resolved that velocity into two components. First one is v1 vector, second one is v2 vector. Now that component which is v1 vector, that component is actually v cos theta. I have given them two names. Similarly, the other component is v2 vector, which is v sin theta. Now you know that if you have first this velocity and then this velocity, so you know that whenever a charged particle moves with some velocity in a magnetic field, then that charged particle experiences a force which is given by F vector equals to Q times V vector cross B vector. If you will apply this formula for V1 vector and you will open it, that will become F is equals to Q V1 B sin 0 degree, because V1 or V cos theta is making an angle of 0 degree with B and sin 0 degree is equal to 0. It means जो V1 वेक्टर होगा वो कोई फोर्स एक्सपीरियंस करेगा ही नहीं मैग्नेटिक फील्ड की वजह से, बिकॉज इट इज डायरेक्टेड अलोंग B वेक्टर. Okay, so remaining is V2 vector now. You can see that V2 vector, which is the other name for V sin theta, that is making an angle of 90 degree with these yellow lines with the direction of B vector. So when you will apply the same formula for V2 vector, that would become F equals to Q V2 B sin 90 degree, and sin 90 degree is equal to 1. So this will become Q V2 B. Okay, and V2 has a value V sin theta, right? So this is the actual force. So this means, what have you got to know now? That particle entered in the magnetic field with a velocity v vector. For the sake of simplicity, we resolve that vector into two components, one horizontal and the other vertical. So the horizontal component, which was in the direction of B vector, that was not experiencing any force due to B vector. But the component V sin theta, which is perpendicular to B vector, that will experience a force which is given by this. So after that, see, I have substituted the value of V2 over here. After that, you need to find out the direction of this force. See, the direction of this force will be given by right hand thumb rule. Right hand thumb rule. So basically, you know that whenever one quantity is a cross product of two quantities, then that quantity has a perpendicular direction to both the vectors of which it is a cross product. So F vector will be perpendicular to V2 vector and B vector also. तो अगर F vector, देखो ये V2 की डायरेक्शन है, अगर F vector इस V2 के परपेंडिकुलर है, which means this component of velocity is experiencing a force which is perpendicular to it. So if force is perpendicular to V vector, that means force is perpendicular to displacement vector, because velocity vector means displacement vector upon time. So ये तो scalar है. So if F vector is perpendicular to V vector, that means F vector is perpendicular to displacement vector. But if F vector is perpendicular to displacement vector, okay, so that would mean that work done by magnetic force, in this case on the charged particle, that work done will be zero, because work done is equal to F vector. See, this is just an explanation, you need not to write it on your fair notes. Okay, so F vector dot S vector is work done. So if cos 90 degrees is coming out, which is the angle between F vector and S vector in this case, so that means no work is done by the magnetic forces on the charged particle. So इस केस में अगर कोई वर्क डन नहीं होगा, तो आप वर्क एनर्जी थ्योरम से आपको पता है कि अगर कोई वर्क डन नहीं होता तो काइनेटिक एनर्जी में चेंज नहीं होता, और अगर काइनेटिक एनर्जी में चेंज नहीं होता तो दैट मीन्स वेलोसिटी के मैग्नीट्यूड में चेंज नहीं होता. सो दिस फोर्स विच इज परपेंडिकुलर टू the velocity vector, that force will not change the magnitude of velocity, but this force will do something because it is acting on the charged particle. So this force will try to change the direction of motion of the charged particle, and moreover this force will try to move the particle circularly. Okay, it will try to move the particle circularly. I'll give you a justification why this happens. You can see this figure. It is looking complicated. I'll draw it again for you to explain it. Suppose you have many crosses here. These crosses depict the direction of magnetic field which is directed inside the plane of paper. So now, suppose if this is the, I'll explain you, it's actually 3D, so it's difficult to understand. So it's directed inside the plane of paper, so this is the direction of B vector. Okay, suppose now what exactly happens, charged particle comes, you can understand it like this. Suppose if a charged particle comes like this, making an angle theta with this pink sketch, I mean magnetic field. So if this angle is theta, so this velocity vector, this charged particle's velocity, it can be resolved into two components, one directed along the magnetic field and the other one downwards, which is V sin theta. Okay, और आपको पता है कि V cos theta पे तो कोई इफेक्ट होता नहीं मैग्नेटिक फील्ड का, रादर V sin theta पे होता है, और V sin theta का शॉर्ट नेम हमने रखा हुआ है V2 vector. So same thing is happening. This is directed inwards and there is one component which is directed along it and there is other component which is perpendicular to it. So suppose this is some point A. यहाँ पर V2 वेक्टर है ये. ओके, अगर ये V2 वेक्टर है, so you can try to understand what is exactly happening. It's a broader picture. So using your left hand, you can finally find out the force. This left hand rule is Fleming's left hand rule, and Fleming's left hand rule says that you can take it as father, mother, child. Father, F stands for force, mother, M stands for magnetic field, child, C stands for current. Current means the flow of the charged particle in a particular direction. So basically अभी होने क्या वाला है, father, mother, M, magnetic field is directed inwards, okay, and the current, the velocity vector is directed like this. Try to understand. So this is the direction of force. You have to keep the fingers mutually perpendicular. So this is the direction of force. This force is directed along here, कुछ ऐसे. ठीक है. तो अभी क्या होगा, ये फोर्स अगेन परपेंडिकुलर है इससे, तो ये फोर्स थोड़ा सा इसको टिल्ट करते जाएगी. एंड सपोज आफ्टर गेटिंग टिल्टेड, दिस इज सम सेंटर, आफ्टर गेटिंग टिल्टेड it reaches to point C. Suppose now when it reaches to point C, the same situation will happen. This will be the direction of V2 vector. Now you can analyze it. Okay, this will be the direction of V2 vector now, and then you can also apply the same force, same concept, magnetic field, force, and this is magnetic field, this is current, which is velocity's direction. So this is what? This is the direction of force. So force is directed along here. Similarly, when you will see that this force is trying to tilt the particle upwards. So somehow after experiencing so much of force, suppose the particle reaches at this point. In that case also the same stuff will happen. अभी इसका velocity something ये होगा v2 vector tangentially. तो ये अब ये वाली force हो जाएगी. So can you see that something is, every time the force is getting, attracted inwards, the force is acting inwards, the force is center seeking, the force is centripetal force. Yeah, the force is center seeking, center attracting. So this means this one is a centripetal force. इसका मतलब ये हुआ कि जो मैग्नेटिक फोर्स यहाँ पर लग रही है ना V2 वेक्टर की वजह से, ये इस तरह से इसको सर्कुलरली घुमा रही है. सो दिस V2 वेक्टर इज लीडिंग टू द सर्कुलर मोशन. यू गॉट माई पॉइंट? सो दिस इज वन पर्टिकुलर रेवोल्यूशन. सो व्हाट इज एग्जैक्टली हैपनिंग, you can understand this magnetic force, this one is providing the necessary centripetal force. It is actually, पता क्या होता है, centripetal force के लिए you need some agency, and that agency is this, because centripetal force is always changing the direction of the particle. But by Newton's first law, you know that a body cannot change its direction all by its own. You need some force to do that, and that force is this one. Okay, so which one is it? BQV2 equals to centripetal force mv2 square upon r. 1v2 cancels with 1v2. Solve it, get the value of v2. When you get the value of v2, what you can do, you know that angular velocity, you know the relation between linear velocity and angular velocity. It was taught to you last year. V is equals to r omega. So omega is equal to v upon r. बट ये यहाँ पे नॉर्मल भी नहीं है, इट्स V2. सो V2 अपॉन R. सो पुट द वैल्यू ऑफ V2 विच इज V sin थीटा. सो सॉल्व इट एंड यू नो दैट द वैल्यू ऑफ V2 और V sin थीटा, दैट डायरेक्ट वैल्यू यू कैन लिफ्ट फ्रॉम ईयर. ये भी रखने की ज़रूरत नहीं है V sin थीटा. सिंपली V2 का ये वाला वैल्यू पुट इट फ्रॉम ईयर टू ईयर. सॉल्व इट एंड यू विल गेट BQ अपॉन M एज ओमेगा. आई विल एक्सप्लेन यू फर्दर. So after you found this omega BQ upon M, so what you can do, you know that omega, which is equal to angular velocity, is equals to 2 pi nu, where nu is the frequency. Frequency will be equal to omega upon 2 pi. So frequency will be equal to, what was the value of omega? BQ upon M. So this is the value of omega upon 2 pi. But nu frequency is also equal to 1 upon time period. So 1 upon time period is equal to this stuff. So find out the value of time period. Time period means एक revolution लेने में how much time you are taking, the charged particle is taking. So now you can see that time period does not depend upon velocity of the particle. So when it does not depend upon the velocity of the particle, that means if two particles are entering, with the same charge by mass ratio, okay, So one is moving with higher velocity and the other one is moving with lesser velocity. So still the time periods taken by both of them will be same. Okay, so all the charged particles having same charge by mass ratio will travel in B vector in same time. So सिर्फ charge by mass ratio पे depend करता है. Next is you need to know one more thing, that you have other component also, which is V cos theta. This V cos theta is moving the particle in the forward direction, and this V sin theta is moving the particle circularly. So particle is going forward also and the particle is circularly moving also. So over and all it becomes a helical path like this, circular also and going forward also, going straight also. So this is a helical path. Next is, when particle takes one revolution, it covers some horizontal distance also. That horizontal distance covered in one revolution is known as pitch of helix. So how to find out pitch of helix? You know that it's simply a distance जो कि particle एक revolution में it is undergoing. Okay, so pitch is equals to distance. It's a distance. So distance is equal to speed into time. Distance is equal to speed into time. But speed here is a horizontal speed through which it is going, and that horizontal speed is V cos theta. But I gave you the name V cos theta as V1. So I am writing it V1 here, multiplied by the time taken for one revolution. So time taken for one revolution is time period, which is equal to 2 pi m upon BQ. So I have written it here, and that's how I have got the value of pitch of helix. So this is done. Now there are few cases that are required to be discussed. Suppose if the charged particle is at rest over here. If the charged particle is at rest, that means it has no velocity. If it has no velocity, you cannot resolve that velocity into any component. So at the first step only, F is equal to Q V B sin theta. वहाँ V का value 0 put करो, you're going to get 0 force. That means if the charged particle is at rest in magnetic field, it is going to experience practically no force due to that magnetic field. Now next is case number 2. Case number 2, suppose if the charged particle enters in the field like this. So this means if the charged particle's velocity is parallel to magnetic field, that means V vector is making an angle of 0 degree with magnetic field. So if this is the case, don't you think that when you will open this cross product, every time it will be sine 0 degree? Because what we are seeing is 0 degree angle between V vector and B vector, and undoubtedly sine 0 degree is equals to 0. Even then the force will be equal to 0. So the maximum force will be experienced for maximum value of sine theta, which is equal to 90 degree. So when Q enters perpendicular to magnetic field, we have maximum force, and this maximum force results into circular motion of the particle also, and it results into forward motion. So yes, this magnetic force is equal to centripetal force. So this is the way you get this.